Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the 100th episode as much as I enjoyed making it. Anyway, I've had a lot of my friends asking me about the crew. I've put in probably about 80 odd hours into the game now, and I just thought that I might do a bit of a quick video just to end off the series on how to get yourself started. So really, when you start the game, you've got your missions to begin with. That'll take you through to about level 2 to 5, I believe, but generally just play through the story missions until you actually reach the HQ. Afterwards, each level, of course, will give you perk points. So with perk points, you can select them, of course, through the perks area. Now, I highly recommend, if you're a starting player, to try and put all your perk points straight away into Double Down. Now, it may not seem like much to begin with, but a 2% chance of 2 perk points at each level up is a fair amount, and then once you've finally maxed it out, you've got a 20% chance to get 2 perk points at each level up, rather than just the single perk point. Now, the reason I'm telling people to throw the first 10 points that you can straight into Double Down is, of course, as you level up to 50, all your perk points will get distributed to you. The more perk points, the better, because if I just hit the button here to buy a perk point, you see that they cost crew credits. Now, crew credits are shown on the top right there in the blue. So that's the premium currency. That's the currency Ubisoft want you to buy with real money. So save yourself some money and throw your first 10 points straight into Double Down. That way you'll have a fair amount of perk points at your disposal. So as you can see in the top right there, I happen to get 5 extra ones because I didn't do it straight away. So it's not too bad, but hey, you know, I can always buy some more. So after you've done your 10 perk points into Double Down, from there really the rest is your choice. You get a bonus on increasing to your car's braking. Now this is for any car, not just for one particular car, so this is your character perk. So whatever car you're in, you'll get the increase. You've also got, of course, cost off particular parts as well. Unless you're going to be going crazy and buying a lot of parts after you unlock them, this really is not something that you'd really throw your money into. Mission areas, of course, you get extra XP and money from your missions. And then you've got crew points there for increasing your co-op bonus if you play with a friend or co-op quite a bit. A lot of the time you can do things very much solo, so it really depends on whether you want to play through the whole game co-op with a buddy, or whether you get that invested in the game that you decide, you know, I'll just play by myself as well. Both ways are just as good as each other. So before I go and take a look at the other perks there, I've already spoiled it for some other people, just showing the names, I would assume. But these are all the other characters that you get for the perks and you bring into your crew. So if you don't want to see the rest of the perks and my recommendations as well, then I'd probably recommend turning off the video, checking something else out and coming back to it once you've gotten that far through the storyline. And then coming back and taking a look. So with Omar, you get him as you start entering into the eastern states, and he gives you increase into your car's handling. It also gives you percentage off on car repairs. Now car repairs is more of a money sink. I haven't seen it cause or should I say, I haven't seen car damage really cause anything detrimental to the feeling or the handling of the car, but there are a few times where I've noticed that you will hear the car misfire or rattle, or you know, it's scratched and it just won't repair. So you just use the repair function and it comes back to normal. You've of course got the inside track. This really is just gives you visual racing lines or navigation during races or checkpoint runs and stuff like that. So if you're having trouble reading the mini-map or find it a bit cumbersome to try and take your eyes off the road to check the mini-map for what corner's coming up, I'd probably recommend throwing a couple of points in here as you go through, just to help you out, get used to the driving. And then of course you get a dealer discount where it's just percentages off particular prices for the car dealers, up to about 30% off cost of the new car if you throw all 10 points in there. It is important for me to mention to you that you can reset the points. So each time you do it, I believe it slowly increases in the amount of money. I've already reset once because of course I had full points in Double Down and a few other things as I leveled, and then when I hit level 50, really there's not much else you can do. You don't get any more perk points and stuff, so just give it a reset and then distribute as you would want. The main ones I would say that you want to distribute into, just to begin with, of course, is after you do your reset, you hit level 50, go for your 5 points for your increase in braking. Omar gives you your 5% increase to handling. Harry gives you a 10% more XP from money and skills. He doesn't really have anything here that gives you an increase. Alita, if you throw 10 points into Light the Fires, gives you a 20% increase to your car's acceleration under nitrous. And of course then you've got Whole Shot, where whatever points you put in there gives you the certain amount of percentage of nitrous. So if you put a whole 10 points in there, of course, as soon as you start a mission or a PvP event or anything like that, your nitrous is just instantly full. Because I didn't have enough points, I only threw about 5 in there as extra. But the 20% increase to car's acceleration using nitrous is pretty awesome. Roxanne gives you a 5% increase to acceleration, and that's always quite nice. And then you've got Redline, which is a 5% increase to your car's top speed with 5 points in there for Vincent. So the other perks that I've actually taken as well, Vincent has a really good one here, which is 5 points out of 5. It is a 15% faster scoring in any skill. The reason I also went for that one is you do your skills out on the map, and that's where you actually grind your parts from. Now, you can see that the performance spec hot rod here is $12.99. Now it's $12.99 because the whole car is level 50 platinum. It did take me a long time to grind them out, but every part is level 50 platinum, and that's all from those skills. So $12.99 is the highest car level you can ever hit, and as you can see, I've dropped 1 health point on the car, so we can give that a repair. Bit of a money sink, but hey, couldn't see anything physically wrong with it. So we'll just leave the HQ and pop out to the map. So we'll just zoom out a bit here, and you can see all the skills, and a couple of my friends here all online already. Now you can use the left and right bumpers on the controller, because of course I'm using an Xbox 360 controller to play the game, and switch between filtering on the story missions. You can also press X and check the status, medals, and the particular game modes that you can actually select just to filter them out. So what we're looking at here are the skills, which are all of those little aqua dots or triangles. So you can filter them out, see if you've done them, see what you haven't done, what medals you've actually got from a particular skills. There's also if you've been beaten by a friend, and you can go and give it another go. And then of course your game modes, which are escape, hill climb, jump, precision, racing line, scramble, slalom, and speed. Now of course all of the skills all have different parts attached to them. When you hit level 50, you can do any skill whatsoever, and it unlocks the platinum ability rather than just gold, and you can actually get between level 40 and level 50 platinum parts. Now the reason it's 40 to 50 is it's a random roll, and so is the secondary spec, or the secondary bonus. But you can get level 40 to 50 platinum parts on absolutely any skill. So in the Midwest they used to go from, you know, levels 1 through to 10. So as you can see there, I can unlock level 40 to 50 platinum on any part. So with those rewards, I had to grind quite a bit over and over again until I actually unlocked the level 50 part with the secondary bonus that I wanted. So it can get a bit repetitive, or you guys might just be lucky and you know, retry a couple of times and get level 50. It has happened to me a couple of times. So the speed skill, which we'll just go and do now. So the speed skill is based on going as fast as you can for as far as you can in the time limit. So you just need to try and stay on the road and get as far as away from the starting point as you can. And of course, if you leave the road, it stops the counter. And if you crash, you lose your percentage bonus. So there we go. So there's a platinum part. And there's the random roll. And we got level 41 ECU with a grip bonus. So we'll just send it off to the HQ. So I am running level 50 here. So we can, of course, retry, but we're not going to. So that's speed. So now I'll just show you guys a slalom. It's pretty self-explanatory actually. Oh, haven't unlocked that one. Let's go over here. So the only thing that you can bet on, based on the skills there, we'll just switch back to the map, is that's going to give between level 40-50 random rolled breaks. The other one was, of course, ECU. So you always get breaks from doing slalom skill, ECU for the other one. So you guys probably get the picture there. So slalom just shows little markers, and you just need to go around them on each side. Anyone that's ever done any form of motorsport or played any of these types of games before would be quite familiar with this kind of stuff. But of course, traffic in that does get in the way. So it really doesn't matter what area you decide to grind the skills in. If you find one a little bit too challenging, to make it a little bit easier, I'd probably say to help you out, try and find a straighter stretch of road attached to the skill that you want to grind for, just to make it a bit easier. So there's a 46 brakes with grip bonus again. There's scramble. Scramble is normally good for off-road vehicles, and it's almost like a semi-checkpoint race. This looks like we might go in circles for this one, but we'll see. Nope. But really, it's like off-road racing, break the checkpoints. I don't think we're going to go too well because the Mean Machine here is a performance vehicle, not for off-road. So normally sport spec or dirt spec or even raid if you're up to that. Out of the way, cows! Nearly turned them into hamburgers. But also raid vehicles as well are the best off-road performance. Nah, stay on the black stuff, and yeah, I haven't done too well here, as you can see. So we'll get this back on the road here. So everything's all a little bit different, and I've chipped the chrome off the air filter. Fantastic. So then there's also race line, which we'll just pop over to the little Eagle Speedrome. And we'll do the race line skill. Now, race line skill is following this racing line. If you go off it, you lose your bonus. But the longer you stay on it, as you can see, it counts up. So it's almost like speed, but you need to stay within the boundaries, or at least have your tyres on it. As you go up in the multiplier, it does get skinnier. So it makes it a little bit more difficult for you to stay. So there we go, it's just done it again as I hit 2 times. And if you start losing your percentage bonus, it does get wider again, just to help you get back on track. So, and as you can see, one of my friends have already done this one, so I can come over here and compete with them and compete with their Ghost to beat them at the challenge or their best time on the challenge. So next up we've got Precision. Now I grinded Precision as I found Precision was a lot easier to make sure that I was getting points. No thanks, Papa Salmon. I'm a little indisposed right now, but thank you. So Precision, I grinded to get my level 50 parts for all different types. The reason for this is the raid vehicle isn't too fast. It has a lot of acceleration, but it's more an all-terrain vehicle. And if my raid vehicle could do the task, then without a doubt the rest of my cars could too, and all their specs. So Precision is just squeezing through the gates, and the more you go through, the skinnier it gets, so there's less room or less margin for error. And as you can see, that's actually throwing up my score quite quickly, and that is because of the bonus for Omar. Now I've already got platinum now, so as you can see I can just let go, not worry about it. No, I've already got platinum, and it just seems easier to just grind out. So what I'll do is I'll restart the Precision skill and just show you what I mean. Oh, wrong button. So you can come here to your mobile garage and just switch out your car. So get my Challenger Raid vehicle out. So this thing's big and tough. Silver anodized. Couldn't help myself. Even though it's $12.99 as well, we'll do it anyway. So as you can see, it's reasonably quick. The handling on and off roads as well. You can see the suspension, it's got a bit of roll in it. It's actually not too bad because everything in this is level 50 platinum anyway. But it's almost like water in a plastic bag, the way that it handles. So there goes the platinum. I didn't reach my best, which was in the blue. But if your raid vehicle can do it, then you won't have any problem with any of your other cars. So the next mode is jump. Now, raid vehicles are actually pretty decent for this, but street cars and performance cars are probably a better situation. Now, jump is based off jumping a ramp and trying to go as far as you can. So we'll pull the drifting skyline out. So you guys probably recognise this from the Snowdrift video. It also is $12.99, and I'll just leave this in high up third person view so you can see what I'm doing. When I hit the nitrous, you'll actually see the nitrous throw a blue flame out the tailpipe, so you can actually judge the time that I hit it. So the best time to hit the nitrous on jumps is literally when you hit the ramp, so, and then just hold it as you go. So I sailed right past platinum there without a problem. Don't hit it beforehand, because you'll only gimp yourself. So I'll see if I can muck this one up for you so you can see what I mean if I hit the nitrous before hitting the ramp. So like this. No, that still kind of went over. But you guys will see what I mean if you give it a go in a lower spec car. You'll find that you actually go a lot further if you hit the nitrous as you're about to hit the bottom of the ramp. So a lot of people are grinding the jumps right now because it just seems a lot easier, of course, and faster to sit there and go through. Like, I've already done 3 runs in about 10-15 seconds, and people are using this just to grind parts. There's nothing wrong with doing that. That's what the game's all about. But someone's actually thrown up a list inside the inside the Steam forums, and really, guys, just come in here, hit the filter, switch it to jump, and then just move around the map looking for it. You don't need a list of where they are or try and find them or anything. It's just so much easier just to use the filter and just move around and look for a particular part that you're after, and then just pop over there and go for it. So it didn't want to allow me to filter. So then we've got hill climb events. No, we'll go over here. We'll stay away from Pikes Peak. That place is evil. Sorry, Mr. Ando, not today. And we'll just fast travel over here. So we'll do this in the skyline anyway, why not? Normally dirt spec is probably the best thing. But we'll give it a go here anyway. It is 4-wheel drive, so... And really, all you need to do is get to the top of the hill as quickly as possible. So it's all based on height. There are different routes that you can take. You just saw to the left there was a bonus blip. So if you go through the bonus blips, you'll actually get a bit of bonus money. But that one, we've just gotten the bonus points there from actually making it right to the top. So, because I already own that particular part, it just blows up for money. So it doesn't matter what part, if you've already got the part, you won't double you up, it just destroys it. It's all based on the spec of the car, but I'll get to that shortly. So that's a hill climb event. We've got an escape event. So we'll just... that one. Why not? Haven't done that one yet. Something random. Let's try. Now, okay. Let's not try that one, because it's in the middle of a forest. I don't think that would actually go too well. Haven't gotten that one yet unlocked. Or that one. What do we got here? We'll go to this one. That one's for differentials. Hopefully this isn't a dirt road down here. Nope. Now, with Escape, really you can do them anyway. So you can go this way or the opposite direction as well. And what it does is it actually gives you an ever-expanding red zone that you can see there on the map. And it just continually expands, and it's almost like a mixture between speed and... Oh, not paying attention, too busy talking. So it speeds up the red zone as the timer goes, and yeah, so was hit by the red and ended the speed session. So now if I actually concentrate here, so you can hear that it's catching up by the beeps. And there we go. Well, I got gold, didn't get platinum, but that's an escape. So you can still grind them out as well, of course, but you know, they take 30 seconds on a timer, just like Precision does, and that's really all the game modes. So if you spend some time running around and messing around with skills, you'll get your parts in no time. So another reiteration, as I mentioned earlier when we did the hill climb, is whichever car's spec you actually do the particular skill with, you'll get the part for that. So we'll just go over to the sports tuner, which I believe is in Detroit here. Yep, the street tuner, sorry. And we'll just pop in there. So, in the street tuner, under performance, of course, from there, you can take a look at all of the parts that you actually have. Now, that's not showing the level 50 because I do have a level 50 on there, but I didn't have any other level 50 exhaust parts. And it's the same here with performance. So any other bonus, you can actually just purchase the performance and off you go. So down the bottom left there, as it says, unlock new performance parts to buy for this spec by earning them in missions and skills. So you do get parts in missions as well, so you can grind them too, but you may find it a bit easier to grind them in a skill rather than a mission. So you can see here the old street spec Challenger is still level 539. So we can switch over to performance, we can select the exhaust, and you can see the level 40s and level 50 exhaust system. So you unlock them in the with a street car or a street spec car. Then later, for any other car that you haven't done it with, you can actually purchase the parts. For street, it seems to be 8,000 for each part at level 50 platinum. So that'll cost you around about $8,800 because there are 11 different parts you can get at $8 grand a pop. So to fully purchase a street car up to level 1299 on level 50 platinum after unlocking it, $8,800. Now this does get a little bit more expensive. Now we'll switch over to the dirt tuner. So I used the Challenger here, seeing that it's $12.99 up in the top right there, to actually grind out the level 50 platinum performance parts. So you can see that I really don't have anything to buy because it already is level 50 platinum. So I'll select one of the other cars that's a dirt spec that I own. I honestly don't know if I have another one. Ah, okay. The Hot Rod. So this is the Hot Rod's dirt spec. So of course under performance, we can select the level 50 parts, and they're 17,000 now. So it gradually gets a bit more expensive as you go through with all the different specs. So parts are 17 grand a pop in dirt spec for level 50 platinum. Then we've got performance. And of course we grinded out the skills with the Viper here, and you can see that the prices are now like 21,000 for a level 40. So we won't see level 50 parts throughout here because it already is decked out at level 50. But we'll switch over to another performance spec vehicle. I think I've got another one. So that's the Mean Machine there. That one's already spec'd up. No, we actually don't. So I think it was 27 or 28 grand apart. I think it was 27. So at level 50 platinum in performance, it's 27,000 per part. So 27,000 by 11 for a full 12.99 new vehicle. These prices don't actually change based on the car. So if you buy a brand new car and then decide to purchase your parts up to $12.99, it's still going to be these prices. Or if you want the parts for free, of course go out, use the same car and grind them in the skill. So we're going to take a look at the cost of raid parts now. So 2012 Challenger here helped us out by actually doing all the heavy lifting. As you can see, it is $12.99 as well. So I have unlocked level 50 parts for all specs. That's why, of course, there haven't really been any videos over the last couple of weeks. Not only that, but of course Christmas and New Year's I took a bit of a break, spent it with family and friends, and that was fantastic to do. So that's performance. Sorry, we've got the buggy over here for raid. So of course, you know, both hidden cars, and that's 639. So under performance for raid parts, level 50 will set you back 37,000. So 27,000 for the performance spec, now 37,000 for raid. So 37 times 11, that's a lot of dosh. But wait, there's always more. Last up we have circuit. And here's my wonderful Circuit Viper. All completely at $12.99, so what we'll do is we'll switch over to the hidden circuit vehicle after finding all the parts, and that's $7.49. And the cost of the level 50 circuit is 45,000 per part. So you can see that if you've got a lot of money from doing a lot of the races or grinding them out, or even just from like faction or PvP, then go for it, purchase them. If not, I would probably recommend sitting there for a couple of hours of your time and getting them for free, because of course it's always best to get them for free, and along the time that you're doing it, you're grinding, you're getting money off of doing the skill or the race, and if you double up in parts, they break, you get more money. So the last thing I just want to show you guys after this is how the factions determine the races or PvP. So until you've actually left the Midwest and start heading over towards the East Coast and then further down into the South, you'll start getting faction missions. Let's just have a look if this will allow us to do faction. No, they won't actually show us faction missions. Where is it? Actually, faction missions. There we go. So faction missions are really long races. So that one's a duration of about an hour or so. Some of them are a bit shorter. That one's about an hour. That's between 10 and 60 minutes on average for the duration. So these are the multiplayer based races. I think you can actually just do them as normal play, but the benefit of these, so that one there is less than 10 minutes worth, gives you $8,000 as well and 200 reputation points. But what you can do is not only play them, but you can also send your friends on faction missions. The benefit of that is, with your friends, we'll just come down here and we'll do one down here. That's 30,000. And that one's 80,000. It takes about an hour. So this is the one that a lot of people tend to send their friends off to grind on. Now, this doesn't actually send your friends a request to say, go and do this, and off you go. So as you see, I've actually got results from here to see the friends mission result. And 16,000 and 15 reputation points. So Alice there had completed the mission for me. And of course over here we haven't sent anyone off on that one. So we'll send Alice off again. And from there you can actually hit your add remove friends and just select your friends to send on the missions. So you can see that's a 71% success rate of getting $16,000 and 150 reputation points as a reward. And in a couple of hours we will just get some free money. So this one here, if I hit send friend, and I took Static, who's level 6, on a level 54 race, of course he's got an 11% success rate. Now, if I actually sent Static himself to go and do this race, I'm pretty sure that he would win it, not a problem. But because it's based on level and it's automated and you know, random number, it pretty much will drop the success rate. Now the other little squares next to Haribo there are that you can send more than one friend on missions, but of course to unlock sending more than one friend on the mission, you need to unlock that through perk points back in the HQ. So I already showed you that a little bit earlier. So we'll send Haribo off, and in a couple of hours I'll check back and be able to get a bit of extra money. So that's how the faction missions work. You can either race them yourself, send your friends off. If you've got a huge friend list, you can send friends off to all the faction missions and log out, go about your business, come back and get loads of money. Or you can just do the races yourself as well and get the full amount. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you got any questions or anything else you want me to cover, just whack them down in the comment section below, or shoot me a message. If you're ever cruising in the crew, hit me up, throw me a friend request. I'm more than happy to come for a bit of a cruise with you, help you out and give you some more advice. Take care guys, and happy driving!